years. We'll find out if Truck is for real tonight. Round 1, scheduled for 8.
Early on in this fight, it's going to be very important. Truck needs to get that respect, draw a line in the sand, and let Hernandez know, you're not going to bully me, you're not going to push me around.
We've seen Hernandez against guys like J-Rock Williams, guys who could certainly box, mobile boxers, force them into trench warfare. And you know, Truck Simpson certainly is used to that with all the sparring that he's got, A-level sparring. However, it's different here in an 18-by-18 ring. It's different in live action.
And it's different when you're stepping up in class with a guy like Hernandez who's got that much experience, been in with world-class guys, former world title challengers, former world champions, and has wins over those guys.
You know, when we asked Truck about that, he kind of scoffed at that. He said, you know, people always say that pressure is going to be the antidote for every fighter, but I've seen that in the gym. I've seen that throughout my career.
Truck looking very sharp, cutting those tight angles, utilizing every inch of this smaller ring very effectively.
Obviously, you are going to see some stylistic similarities between Truck Simpson and Gervonta Davis, of course, coming under the same learning tree. Simpson, it seemed a little bit more of an aggressor than Tank, at least watching him to this point in his career. Tank, I think, admittedly, a natural counterpuncher.
Yeah, Tank is also one of the slower starters in the game, one of the lowest outputs with the highest knockout percentage, right. Literally. You know, he sets up traps, he analyzes a lot early on. Truck, more traditional in sense, using his jab, finding the opening, making the openings more than looking for them. Nice uppercut. Beautiful 1-3-4 combination there from Truck.
You see that uppercut to the body as well. Moving that left hand around is Truck Simpson.
Very smart move where they got a guy who's heavy over that front foot, setting up those uppercuts on the inside. Simpson picking those punches, very smart. And not getting stuck along the ropes, which is exactly where Hernandez wants to keep him. He talked about how he forces you into trench warfare.
At least here in the opening round, Simpson has really stifled the aggression of Hernandez. We touted those punch stats that Hernandez can put together, but Truck Simpson has really cooled that off here in the opening round. Crowd getting fired up here in Atlanta, Georgia. A party atmosphere here in the OTE arena. As round 2 begins, good start for Lorenzo Truck Simpson.
Yeah, that's the pace that he wants to set. Keep that design. Talk about drawing a line in the sand and keeping Hernandez at bay. Truck did just that in the first round. Landed some good shots as well. The uppercut, namely, the best shot that I saw.
Well, certainly the approach from Hernandez, it's not a secret. He doesn't hide it. Obviously, the film does not hide it. And Hernandez trains specifically for punch output. He says that he does 25 to 30 rounds of everything with no breaks, regardless of what movements he's doing in the gym.
I'm loving the way that Truck is slipping and rolling and sliding, making Hernandez hit nothing but air along the ropes.
Hernandez looking for a counter right hook. Simpson gets out of the way of that one.
Hernandez can't start slow. That first round he did next to nothing. He needs to put more pressure, needs to let the hands go, even if he's missing. Hit whatever he can, hit the shoulder, hit the hip, hit the elbows.
Well, I think aiming to the body will do Hernandez well, but Simpson comes back with a hard right hook to the body of his own.
Yeah, Hernandez is actually a very good body puncher. He throws it in combination, sneaks in nice rear-handed left-hand shots, right hooks around the elbow there, you saw it.
See Simpson landing to the body. There's a sneaky right hook from Simpson as he catches a lot of these shots on the arms. Hernandez just moving his hands, touching anywhere he can. There were some sequences early in this round, Chris, where Hernandez was flurrying up top, and Simpson just got out of the way of all of it. And you saw Hernandez say, okay, well, let's go downstairs instead.
Yeah, good adjustment, good veteran tactic from Hernandez. It's like, all right, I got a guy who's very slick in front of me, but hey, the head's hard to find, body doesn't move as much. Let's go there. Now we have Truck actually pinning Hernandez along the ropes, but Hernandez is still like, oh,
chopping right hand. Truck Simpson connecting on the best shot of the fight so far.
Back comes Hernandez with volume. And that was something we were saying off air. If Truck wasn't going to be able to get respect and hurt Hernandez, this could be a really long night. Once Hernandez gets those hands going, he's a tough guy to deal with.
Well, Simpson certainly landing the sharper shots, but this is not easy work for Truck either. He's having to block a lot of shots here, but he's doing it willingly. He's going to the inside to get this work. But look at Hernandez. Some of these landing, but man, Simpson rolling, slipping out of the way in a lot of those.
Oh yeah, most of them actually. It's really beautiful head movement, but still, it's just a testament to Hernandez. He threw 7, 8, 9 punches in a row.
Yeah, maybe one landed. Look at the defense of Simpson. Terrific display from Truck at the end of that round. Well, after 2 straight dominant knockouts, Angel Fierro hopes to continue his upward trajectory on September 15th against Brian Zamaripa, live from Tijuana, Mexico.
Here we see some action. I mentioned that Truck had pinned Hernandez on the ropes, and something that we wouldn't really expect. It was a right hand over the top. That's been the best punch of the fight landed so far. And here we saw that series of punches where literally maybe one of those landed. Truck did a beautiful job of slipping and rolling those shots. His upper body rhythm and shoulder defense has been really, really exceptional tonight.
So here we go with round 3. Our 8-round main event between Lorenzo Truck Simpson and Vladimir 24K Hernandez. See Hernandez coming out with volume as he always does. But interesting to see Simpson go right at Hernandez and try and not necessarily match the volume, Chris, but go to the space where Hernandez wants to work and frustrate him with defense here.
Honestly, I think that's very smart. When you got a guy and you start making him miss, you take some of the power off the punch. You get a little more hesitant. So I think it's really...
Oh, good shot there.
Upstairs.
Hernandez might have wobbled Truck Simpson. Simpson trying to roll with these shots along the ropes, but that right hook had an effect on Truck.
Hernandez, a hard guy to deter. It's going to take more than just making him miss. Have him take some of the power off those shots. Oh, good body shot,
takes to the body. Simpson just shelling up right now, trying to work his way through danger.
Hernandez. He keeps digging that left hook to the liver. It's a great shot. He's very sneaky with it, too. He'll throw some lighter shots upstairs, and then he rips a hard left hook down low.
The uppercut breaks through there from Hernandez.
That right hook landed well again.
Simpson blocking a lot of these, but he also hasn't let his hands go in a little while now.
Hasn't landed anything meaningful yet either. But Hernandez does what he does, keeps chopping that tree.
Oh, hard right hook to the body there from Hernandez. A little bit of the steam coming off the punches of Truck Simpson as well. He tried to let go of that chopping left hand a moment ago. Not much on it. But Hernandez just will not stop throwing.
Being very smart and economical. He's placing the hard shots, letting the hands go upstairs with nice little chopping shot, and then he rips a hard one in the middle, changing up the speed and power. Very, very smart veteran move.
Just constantly giving Simpson something to block here right now, occupying his hands until he lets go of those power shots, and they are landing here in the third round for Hernandez.
Really having a homing device on that right hook upstairs. Landed a ton of them this round.
Simpson now moving his hands a little bit more. It's tough to match just pure volume with Hernandez, who rips another left hand downstairs. Uppercut breaks through, and another one from Hernandez. Snaps the head back of Simpson.
Great accuracy this round from Hernandez.
Take a look in the corner of Lorenzo Truck Simpson. His trainer, Coach Calvin Ford.
Good sneaky veteran work from Hernandez. Catches Truck with that right hook over the top. Came out of that crouch position. Got his head offline. Right hook right to the chin. You saw the legs of Simpson buckle there, and then after that it was just volume from Hernandez, digging to the body on both sides, picking his punches really well. Nice shot selection from the sneaky vet.
Round 4 underway. Perhaps a turning point in this fight. Probably the most danger that Simpson has been in his pro career to this point. He is in a real fight here against Vladimir Hernandez, who goes back downstairs to the body. A little more zip on these shots from Truck here to start off round 4.
Yeah, Truck looked excellent in the first round. Second round was another good round for Truck, but then round 3, that right hook wobbled him, and then it was all Hernandez after that. Let's see if Hernandez can build off of what he did in the last round and keep that momentum going. Hernandez being very clever with that uppercut on the inside. He's being able to split the guard and catch Simpson pretty regularly the past round and a half. There's that right hook again.
Simpson just trying to crowd Hernandez here, but it's Hernandez who just continues to throw even though he has his back to the ropes. Chris, what do you think Simpson is trying to do with this game plan right now?
I think he's trying to hold his ground. He's trying to hold his ground and look for big openings. He knows he's got the bigger punch, but the guy who's been affected has been him. So he needs to be careful fighting on the inside, absorbing all this punishment. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside from Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson, but look at Hernandez threw about 9 uppercuts in a row.
What do you call that, uppercut party?
Uppercut party. Hernandez wraps that left hand around the guard of Simpson.
Truck is trying to physically impose his body on Hernandez, but he needs to impose his power punching, not letting hands go enough on the inside.
Hernandez breaks through with a right hook there.
Again with that uppercut up the middle. Hernandez finding a home for that, splitting the guard when they're on the inside. Ooh, good body shot. Back comes Truck, looking for his own body shot.
They do get the sense that Truck believes that he has fight-changing power if he's going to walk forward like this, and not to continue making Tank comparisons, but for reference sake, looking for that Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz, one punch, catch the guy in the middle of volume, knockout shot. Look at that, and that's the left hand.
That's been the best weapon so far for Truck. He landed one in the second round. That was beautiful over the top. There was another one. Definitely the harder shots are coming from Tank, but the more effective punches are coming from Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez giving the judges a lot to look at right now. But better work from Truck Simpson here. Couple shots to the body, just misses with that right hook right at the bell. And let's send it over to Sofia Gutierrez, who's standing by with a special guest.
That'd be good. Just move that water out.
All right, Danny, tell me, what do you think about the atmosphere here at the OTX Arena?
I love this atmosphere. Really good vibe here. A lot of boxing fans that you can tell have been waiting for a match like this or for an event like this in boxing to come down to Atlanta. So I live here now, even though I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I'm just here to support. I love the concept of this event as well. And the guys who's up and coming, I've been in those shoes before, so just to see them root for the stars and accomplish their dreams, nothing better to see. Yeah.
And we know that you're a world champ in this weight class. Tell me, what do you think about the fight so far?
Great fights, great atmosphere. Not only just you see a lot of people in the crowd supporting, but the fights are actually living up to the expectations. So I've come to the main event. Truck, he's a great fighter. I've heard tons about him, but this is my first time seeing him, so I'm locked in to see a good fight.
Thank you for your time and enjoy your night.
Thank you so much.
Truck landed a really good left hand over the top once again on Hernandez to open up the round.
Simpson certainly physically confident in standing his ground, as you pointed out. Hernandez just keeps throwing, digs that. I mean, that left hand landed, I think, on the thigh of Truck a moment ago. Hernandez just trying to hit him anywhere and everywhere. Truck Simpson looking for the more accurate shots here.
Hernandez certainly not known as a heavy-handed or powerful guy, but you know, he gets it done on volume. And like you said, it just seems like Truck believes that he's the harder puncher, that he's got the game-changing power, and it doesn't matter how much that Hernandez touches him, he can finish the job.
Question is, can he finish the job inside 8 rounds? You know, in some ways, the brevity of this fight, Chris, is working against both men's game plan here. You know, the volume puncher wants to wear guys down, but also Truck, who's looking for that one shot. Can you find it in that amount of time?
That's a great point. I mean, I don't know exactly who it's going to benefit tonight, but I think as we go down the stretch, conditioning is going to play a part.
Truck starting to dig the shoulder into Hernandez. There's a nice uppercut on the inside. Get the sense that Truck is seeing these shots a little bit better from Hernandez. You can't see all of them when he's throwing 9 at a time, but particularly the ones up top landing with less frequency right now from Hernandez.
I also think that Truck, even though he got rocked at that right hook early in the 3rd round, he's been taking them just fine since then. I don't know if he doesn't feel the power anymore, and he's like, all right, I took your best shot, so I can stay in the pocket.
Simpson looking for a sweeping right hook there a moment ago.
Truck is doing a good job, not giving up ground. He is holding that line, being physical. Smiling on the inside is Truck now.
Smiling, talking to Hernandez. Around 30 seconds, around 5.
Not sure Hernandez understands him, though.
Truck coming over the top with the left hand. There, he does it again.
Much better round here for Truck.
Truck trying to find a little bit of room for that explosive shot, but he's there matching physicality and volume with Hernandez. But Hernandez with a nice rally to close out this round. All action here in our main event.
Hernandez needs to be careful to not let rounds slip away like that. He needs to be throwing nonstop from beginning to the end like he did in rounds 3 and 4.
Well, after fireworks at the presser this week, you can't miss the 2 X Series Superstar Grudge matches on October 14th when KSI takes on Tommy Fury and Logan Paul takes on Dylan Dennis, live on DAZN pay-per-view.
Don't waste quick shots, hit. All right. To the 6, baby. Okay, baby. You got 9 fucking minutes.
Pretty good get back round for Truck Simpson. He came out, landed a good overhand left right to start the round, kind of set the tone. Hernandez did not get to throw as many punches in that round as he did the 2 rounds prior. There's a nice overhand shot from Simpson as he had Hernandez press against the ropes. Like I had said, he drew a line in the sand and was not allowing Hernandez to push him back that entire round, and I think that was very, very beneficial for Truck.
Round 6 begins now, and we're back to where we've been for nearly every moment of this fight. Chest to chest, forehead to forehead. Lorenzo Simpson meeting Vladimir Hernandez on his terms here in this 18 by 18 ring in the OTE arena.
And I was gonna say, as much as you would think that that would benefit Hernandez in this situation, Truck having a lot of success as well. Fighting on the inside, fighting Hernandez's fight. Landing the bigger, cleaner shots. And imposing his physicality. Nice uppercut there on the inside. Another good right hook there.
Yeah, sharp right hook from Truck a moment ago. We could hear Truck, Chris, we're seated here ringside, a little more vocal in his punch delivery, which I guess it's often could signal you're putting a little bit more on. And obviously it's a breathing technique as well, but I get the sense the Truck is sitting down a little bit more when he's throwing right now.
Yeah, I think that's smart on his part, and that seems like that's been his game plan. He's not gonna match volume with Hernandez, so he's gonna have to beat him with power.
Truck creating a little bit more space, just missed with that left hand a moment ago.
I think that the size difference is starting to wear Hernandez. Truck being the more natural middleweight. Hernandez, his best work has mostly been at 154.
Oh, right now, let's send it over to Sofia Gutierrez, who's listening in on the corner of Truck Simpson.
There you go. Stay on him. Put him back on the ropes. There you go. No. Let's work.
We heard the corner of Truck Simpson just telling him, stay on him, stay on him. Clearly the edict, Chris, is for Truck to just crowd Vladimir Hernandez.
Yeah, crowd him. As soon as there's room, crack him with the overhand left, crack him with the right hook, crack him with the uppercuts. He's been having success the last couple of rounds, but Hernandez is still in there, still game, still landing shots on the inside. Obviously not quite as effective as he was in rounds 3 and 4, but still very much in this fight.
Hernandez broke through with an uppercut a moment ago. Final 15 seconds of this round. Hernandez continuing to paw with those shots. Truck misses over the top of the left hand. Very physical main event here in Atlanta. And DJ Era on the 1s and 2s. Keeping the party going here in Hotlanta all night long. We mentioned it's a party atmosphere. DJ Era has people up and dancing here. Got Carmelo Anthony in the house, Steven Jackson in the house. Stars are out for this one, as there has always been a lot of hype, a lot of community support for this man, Lorenzo Truck Simpson, who is in the toughest fight of his young pro career thus far.
2 rounds to go here. Got to think for you. If I'm Hernandez's corner, I'm going to tell him, you guys, we need to pick it up. Oh, big Nice shots upstairs. Nice left hand, right hook from Truck Simpson.
Back comes Hernandez with an uppercut that scored a moment ago. See some deep breaths from Simpson a moment ago, too.
Good work from Hernandez on the inside, letting those hands go, head and body.
The big picture, Chris, what do you think about the game plan from Truck? Do you think that he and his camp looked at the dimensions of this ring, looked at the fighter they're in against, a guy who could chuck 1,000 punches per fight, and said, well, maybe trying to outbox him in this ring isn't going to work. Do we have to meet him on his terms? What do you think about the game plan tonight?
No, I just think that Hernandez is better than people like to give him credit for. You know, you see the 5 losses, and you're like, oh, you know, we're going to get this guy. But Hernandez is a tough, savvy vet. He's came in with a good game plan here. You know, Truck is making it harder on himself. He was doing really good in the first round fighting from the outside. But like you said, Hernandez very good at forcing you into trench warfare, and I think Truck is there, and Truck is the bigger guy, and he's just banking on his strength.
Oh, big right hook connects from Truck. Hernandez eats it and comes back with combinations, but Truck now emboldened by that shot, and he's looking to load up that left hand.
That was a huge shot. Hernandez did take it well.
Hernandez also holding on, though, at the same time, and he eats another left hand.
Blood from the mouth of Hernandez. It's
Truck Simpson finding that shot that he's been looking for all night long.
Yeah, it's power versus volume at this point. Truck believes in his power. I think it's winning him these rounds.
Just landed another beautiful chopping left hand a moment ago.
Nice uppercut as well. Truck doing a beautiful job with his punch selection, mixing it up just enough.
3-punch combination on the inside from Truck. Hernandez throws about 10 of them as we enter the final 10 seconds of round 7.
Some blood from the mouth of Truck as well.
Boy, this is a real fight we have in our main event. It is power versus volume as we enter the final round.
Left attempt and then a right hook that shook Hernandez there. That's the first punch that we've seen that really looked like it had an effect on the legs of Hernandez, but Hernandez came right back.
Well, we wanted to find out if Truck Simpson was for real. Vladimir Hernandez has been here all night long to pose that question. And round 8 begins, and Truck opens with a left hand. Hernandez still firing. Here we go. And Chris, I think the overarching question that the judges are probably asking themselves round after round is this proximity that we've seen this fight at. How much of it has been voluntary on the part of Tank, and how much of that has been just forced by Hernandez?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little of Hernandez's style, and I think it's a little bit of the ego of Truck to stand his ground and not let him be pushed around by the smaller man.
Good shot to the body there from Simpson.
Yeah, I think Truck could have made this fight a lot easier by taking a half step back, but he wanted to stand his ground, he wanted to fight, he wanted to bully Hernandez as much as he could. That beautiful shoulder roll defense, man. I love when he gets that upper body rhythm going.
Double right hook there from Simpson. That one landed to the body. One caught an elbow. The next one landed. Textbook combination from Truck. Oh, big left hand connects there from Hernandez.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Good timing. Hernandez does have good timing on those shots. Doesn't have big power, especially at this weight class, but those timing shots that he catches you with, you feel them.
Truck firing back with a shot along the belt line. Tough to keep up with all the volume from both men in this round.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Truck's conditioning to finish strong in this 8th round like this. Oh, good right hook upstairs from Hernandez.
See Mello on his feet, obviously towering over the crowd, cheering on Truck Simpson here with 40 seconds to go in this contest, unless there is an overtime round.
There's always that caveat, right? Unless. More blood from the mouth of Truck.
Mello's son taking in the action with him as well. Both men trying to make a final statement here, and that is a beautiful left hand from Truck. And a 2-punch combination connects as well.
Truck takes a look up at the Megatron upstairs to see how much time is left. Short time here.
Final moments, perhaps, of an all-action main event. Truck Simpson got the test that he asked for.
Good fight.
After going 8 rounds inside the OTX ring, we go to the scorecard. Judge Webb scores about 76 to 76, a draw. Overruled by Judge Cronin, who scores about 78 to 74, and Judge Oliver, who scores at 79 to 73, in favor of the winner by way of majority decision. From Mexico,